Hello, it is 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have presentation of prizes to the winner of the 11th National Qasaid competition. The man who ran across Africa reaches the end of his journey. Welcome to our newsroom. This Monday, April 8, 2024, in the prestigious precinct of the National Assembly, a crucial session of the Conference of Presidents was held, marking a decisive step in the country's legislative process under the leadership of the President of the National Assembly, His Excellency Dileita Mohamed Dileita, and in the presence of a key government figures such as Prime Minister His Excellency Abdul Qadir Kamel Mohammed, the Minister of Defense Hassan Omar Mohammed Burhan. This meeting was the scene of a legislative moment of first importance in perfect compliance with the regulatory provisions of the Assembly, specifically Article 21, Paragraph 1 and 2. This Assembly aimed to transmit 10 major bills to the Standing Committee, an approach emblematic of the desire of Djiboutian leaders to promote an effective and responsive governance. The diversity of participants in this meeting, including the first and second Vice President of the Parliament, the President of the Fruit Parliamentary Group, as well as the Presidents of the various Standing Committee, testifies the importance given to this event. The range of bills submitted for examination reflect the government's ambitions to cover a broad spectrum of public administration. The Finance, General Economy and Planning Committee will look into the analysis of the financial account of 7 public establishments and institutions, emphasizing the importance given to the transparency and financial management. In a globalized world, the Foreign Affairs Committee will address 2 essential ratification projects highlighting the role of the Benin on the international scene. As for the Committee on Legislative General Administration and Human Rights, it will be entrusted with the delicate task of examining a bill aimed at reorganizing the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, a fundamental pillar for the socio-economic development of the country. In an effervescence tringed with devotions and unity, the RPP magnificently closed its Ramadan Tower, merging political speeches with the spiritual effervescence of the holy month. This closing took place yesterday evening in the solemn serene of the Al-Hajj Hassan Guled Abtidon headquarters, the crucible of a unique gathering which saw the leaders and activists of the party parade through 5 internal regions and the municipalities of the capital. The last stop on this Ramadan odyssey was the esplanade of the central headquarters of RPP, where the Prime Minister and Vice President of RPP, Abdul Qadir Kamel Mohammed, fresh from a collective iftar offered by the Mayor of Djibouti, exchanged directly with the activists from the Boulous and Rastika Federation. This meeting, through forums for exchanges and fraternity, allowed for an open and enriching dialogue between party executive and its bases deployed under the seal of exchanges with unity. The caravan of progress led by Abdul Qadir Kamel Mohammed, accompanied by the esteemed Dileita Mohamed Dileita, President of the National Assembly, and other eminent members of the Executive Committee of RPP, was received in an electric atmosphere. The joy and fervor of the activities of the Boulous and Rastika Federation resonated deeply, marking this final stage. The images of Al-Hajj Hassan Guled Abtidon headquarters enveloped in an atmosphere of camaraderie and hope will be remembered as the symbol of this successful towers. The participation in influential community figures, local president and elected officials, as well as fervent young activists demonstrate the strength of cohesion of the RPP. In these figures of the party, including Prime Minister, President of the Assembly, Ali Abdi Farah, the Dean of RPP, this gathering, big in its simplicity, was not only the conclusions of a series of meetings, but the Ramadan resonating forcefully in the hearts and its members of beyond the political space of the country. Vice President of RPP, Abdul Qadir Kamel Mohammed, spoke at length and exchanged positively with the various actors present, who in turn expressed their pride in belonging to the country's great party and underlining their satisfactions with the national achievements recording by President of the Republic, President of the party, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh. They also extended their happy Eid al-Fitr wishes to the head of state and the First Lady, President of UNFD Khadra Mahmoud Haid. And his speech, the Vice President praised the work and efforts of the federal secretaries. However, he wanted to remind the Annex Committee of the role the annexes by urging them to enhance the sense of activism and to make the annexes place for membership, reflection, consultation, exchanges, professional training, and support for children from the private families, wishing everyone a happy end of Ramadan and Eid Mubarak. He finally recalled the importance of unity and coexistence between all members of the national community and explained that RPP Tower carries a message of peace, strengthening ties and strengthening the party's capacity to keep its historic role as a political party in power by the people and for the people, he also clarified. As part of the commemorations of the 30th anniversary of genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda and the invitations at the Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda, His Excellency Ali Hassan Bahdoum, Minister of Justice and Prison Affairs responsible for human rights, a man represented the President of the Republic, Ismail Omar Guelleh, at this commemoration held this Sunday, April 7, 2024, in Kigali, Rwanda. The minister was accompanied at this important commemoration ceremony by Abdi Abe, Mahmoud Abe, Ambassador of the Republic from the Djibouti to the Republic of Rwanda with residence in Addis Ababa. In 2019, for the and concerning the news part of the celebrations of the World Health Day, which highlighted the theme, My Health, My Rights. The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Rabil Abdillah, took a remarkable initiative to support people in convalescence, particularly those suffering from kidney disease, requiring regular dialysis sessions in an emotional ceremony at the local dialysis center. The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Rabil Abdillah, handed over the keys to a brand new car to the facilities manager with the aim of facilitating the movement of patients during this period. During their period recovery, the generous donations aims to ease the financial and logistic burden patients with the kidney disease often have to make regular trips to the dialysis center for treatment sessions that can last hours. This donated car will make it easier for patients and their families to get to medical appointment and eliminating the challenges of public transportation or the taxi faxes. This initiative illustrates the Ministry's commitment to promoting patients' rights in health matters by recognizing the fundamental rights of every individual to access quality health care. The Ministry demonstrates its desire to create an environment where patients can receive the treatment they need without worrying about financial and logistical obstacles. This patient-centered approach builds trust in the healthcare systems and promotes a better partnership between patients and healthcare professionals. The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Rabil Abdillah, underlined the capital importance of this initiative in improving the quality of life of patients suffering from kidney disease, requiring dialysis sessions. By offering a car to the dialysis centers, the Ministry directly responded to the practical needs of patients by providing them with a reliable means of transportation adapted to their medical needs. These measures will not only help reduce the logistical obstacles faced by patients, but also strengthen their autonomy and dignity during their convalescence period. At the end of the blessed month of Ramadan, the Minister of Muslim Affairs and Waqf, Momin Hassan Barre, today chaired a meeting devoted to the preparations of the site for the Eid al-Fitr prayer. The main objective was to take stock of the progress of the preparations to ensure that all necessary arrangements are made to ensure that all aspects are covered for the faithful to celebrate the Eid al-Fitr prayers in the best possible conditions. In addition to senior officials from the ministry, the meeting also brought together representatives of the Prefecture of Djibouti, the town hall, the president of the Rustica, Bulaus and Balbala, as well as representatives of the police, EDD, OVD, ADR. Discussions focused on the development of Eid al-Fitr prayer sites and the mobilizations of cleaning and leveling team to ensure the cleanliness of the site for the fulfillment of this religious duty. The minister opened the meeting to take stock of all the prayer sites in the capital. He announced that the development of a new prayer site in Siti Nasib, thus 10 prayer sites, will be available in total in Djibouti City. The minister thanked the representative of public services and establishment for the work that will be accomplished and the efforts made by the authorities to guarantee the smooth running of the ritual prayers for the Eid al-Fitr holiday. After the meeting, a tour with the various services involved in the preparations of the Eid al-Fitr took place on the site to assess the state of premises and intervene. Subsequently, the minister thanked all participants for their commitment and mobilizations to guarantee the smooth running of the Eid al-Fitr prayer. He stressed the importance of collaboration between all stakeholders to ensure the success of this religious festival. The minister wished everyone a happy holiday, imploring Almighty, the Clement, that this holiday be celebrated with the cheerfulness and joy, a sense of sharing and social solidarity. It should be noted that the 9 Eid al-Fitr prayer sites in the city of Djibouti are distributed as follows: Outlet File near Peltier Hospital, Municipal Stadium at Neighborhood 6, Hassan Guled Stadium in Wadajir, Jama Outlet File in Balbala, Adi, Sheikh Musa and the Fire Department, Lota site in Hodan 1, Farouk in Barwako, Pika 12 site, and Dogle, the new prayer site at Siti Nasib. In the busy streets of the capital, the atmosphere is electric of Eid approaches. For several days, a crowd have been meeting in the city center, transforming these emblematic places into the real melting pot of commerce and conviviality. These past few days begin with the anticipations, with the hundreds of people browsing the stalls in search of the perfect items and clothing for the impending celebration. To ensure the smooth running of this major event, the police took the lead by closing several main arteries in the shopping district, and the supervision of police officer traffic is regulated, transforming this the usual urban cacophony into the symphony of a harmonious movement. And it must be said that at the heart of this spectacle, the trader proved to be a true virtuosos, using their know-how to reduce customers looking for good deals between merchant and buyers. It is an incessant ballet of calculated gestures and words punctuated by bursts and of contagious laughter and lively discussions, yet beyond the palpable agitations, an atmosphere of camaraderie reigns supreme as the last days of this blessed month of fade into the horizon. The city center will continue to vibrate to the rhythms of the preparation for Eid al-Fitr. In this wild wind of color, flavor, and emotions, it was the very essential of the city sharing this time of Eid. And as in the rest of the Muslim countries during this period of the Ramadan, the inhabitants of the White City, Tajora, are preparing for Eid, which is a major event for Muslim community. Tajora city now remains a very emerging city with the approach of Eid trade intensifies and the market is not full. Moreover, most of the things whose inhabitants have moved to the capital are found in Tajorat today. Moreover, during this period of festivity, it is essential to remain vigilant, particularly on our roads, specifically for public transport drivers and using the RN9 national road, which connect several important routes in our regions. The RN9 road linking Djibouti to several key destinations such as Tajora, Obok, Randa, Balhu, and the borders with Ethiopia experiences a significant increase in traffic as Eid approaches. With this in mind, drivers to redouble their efforts, vigilance, and to take the necessary precautionary measures to ensure the safety of all road users at these times when many families are traveling to celebrate Eid together with their loved ones. It is our duty to guarantee safe travel without major incidents on this eve of the Eid al-Fitr, for the Almighty and humility, imploring His mercy and hoping that He accepts our acts of worship. May these celebrations be filled with joy, peace, and blessings for you and your loved ones. Sunday, April 7, 2024, under the patronage of His Excellency Boumamin Assowe, the Minister of Youth and Culture, a performance of a spiritual song followed by a ceremony was held at the Department of Library and National Archives award ceremony to the winners of the 11th editions of the National Qasaid competition and trophy following the activities within the framework of the competitions which took place through the month of Ramadan. The event was honored in addition to the minister by the presence of the ambassador, notably that of People's Republic of China, the Hashemite Kingdom of Morocco, Egypt, Japan. Also present were Honorable Ubah Abdullahi Mahmoud Hassan Farah and Hassan Umar Absiye, the Colonel of the National Police, Elmi Daher Miguel, the Vice President of the Commune of Bulaus Abdul Qadir, the President of the Commune of Bulaus Abdul Qadir Iman Aden, all senior executives of the MGC, the officials of the CDC and associative movement, and many other distinguished guests. After a Qasaid festival hosted by 8 famous modern and traditional Qasaid troupes who arouse joy and spirituality, it is time for the opening welcome word of the sessions on and the reasons for this meeting by the Director General of the National Agency for the Promotions of Culture, Mr. Mohammed Hussein Douale, who insisted on the importance of this event, which dedicates a month of physical and spiritual activities. Subsequently, it is time for the presentations of the trophy winners of the Qasaid competition and victorious team, the inter-CDC competition, the creativity, strengthening cultural prayer and invocations.
يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول ربي صل وسلم للنبي اصطفاك يا ربي صل وسلم للنبي اصطفاك.
يهمهمكي شنت لاقا ممارمان إنو يهمهمكي شنت لاقا ممارمان مصطفى وحبيبكي ماذا الشيء مخلوق أرق
واستر لأمة محمد رب يغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب رب ارحم والدي كما ربياني صغيرة خير دمانتي إله نصي مفاتيح الغيب يا رب كنز الغناعك إله وضصي يا رب بشا خير كيغا إله نصي نوال بنا على شو نيدا waxa uu ku hayo khayrku noogu wada jiro ilaahuna wada sii
maanta waxaan u soo xidhnay tartankii qasaayidka ah ee sanad kasta inaan xusno sanad kaste sanadkan qasaa'idku.
In a speech delivered on this occasion, the Minister of Youth and Culture, Hiba Momin Asawe, immediately expressed her thanks to all the diplomatic corps and administrative authorities and armed forces present on site who wanted to honor this event with their presence and congratulated all the competitors. At the invitations of the Bolli Youth Association, the Secretary of State for Sports, His Excellency Hassan Mohammed Kamil, went yesterday to Bolli to break the fast alongside the inhabitants and soak up of their realities and their needs, welcomed with honors by the local population. The Secretary of State for Sports began this visit by the meeting the village elders. This meeting provided an opportunity to discuss the challenges and opportunity linked to local sports development. Subsequently, a field exploration was undertaken to assess the feasibility and installing a new sport infrastructure in Bolli. This initiative aims to promote sport practices within the community and to provide suitable spaces for the development of young talents. The representative of the Bolli Women's Association, Fatuma Gadito Ali, Ms. Fatuma Gadito Ali expressed her gratitude by warmly welcoming the Secretary of State. She also took these opportunities to present the grievances and aspirations of the women of Bolli, emphasizing the importance of including women's perspectives in sport and development policy. Finally, the event was marked by a laudable initiative, the distributions of clothing to members of the community in anticipation of Eid al-Fitr. This visit was an opportunity to strengthen ties with the local population while opening new perspectives for the socio-sporting development of the region. The locality of Damerjog hosted the closing ceremony of the Quranic competitions to be organized by the ulema of the Damerjog region with the collaborations of the head of the locality. The ceremony, which took place within the Damerjog Mosque, saw the participation of senior officials, in this case the Member of Parliament of the locality of Damerjog, Mr. Jibril Abdullahi Migane, the Sub-Prefect of Damerjog, Abdi Hassan, the Vice President of Artas Regional Council, Madam Filsans, and the Imam of Sheikh Faisal Ali Ladiye Mosque. This competition saw the participations of young Quranic students of Damerjog as well as nearby localities, and this ceremony, the awarding of the prizes to the first winners of the 3 levels of this competition, for which several weeks of preparations were necessary in order to contribute to the preservations of the heritage of Islam and the transmissions of the values and morals conveyed by the Quran new generations. The town of Dekhel lit up the region's city's skies as it closed its Ramadan tournament in style, highlighting the spirit of competition celebrations that characterized this major community event. The much-awaited finals of the football tournament took place on the afternoons of Sunday, March 7, 2024, attracting hundreds of fans from different parts of the city to witness the thrilling clash. The kickoff of this epic match was given by the prefect of the region, Hassan Abdi Roble, in the presence of the deputy of the region, Ahmed Dabbar, the member of the parliament of the region, Ahmed Dabbar, the vice president of the regional council, Mr. Ibrahim Guru Abdallah, the colonel of the Riyadh, the head of the police detachment, the CEO of the Irman company, the regional deputy directors of the MGC of Dekhel, as well as the managers of the decentralized services and senior executive in the region. The finalist team, Irman and TP, fought fierce battles on the field of demonstrating a remarkable level of technical and tactical play. Under the aegis of the Ministry of Youth and Culture, the Association for the Promotion of Tourism and Social Development of the ASPIO, in collaboration with the local CDC, organized yesterday afternoon the final of the Ramadan tournament. The final of this tournament was held in a festive atmosphere. It brought together local residents as well as high-ranking personalities from Ali Sabih regions in a close and intense matches. The Juventus team managed to win with a final score of 1-0, arousing the admirations of enthusiasm its supporters. Objectivist, the president of the ASPIO Association, Hamil Khawri, thanked the Minister of Youth and Culture, Hiba Mumin Asawi, for her unwavering support for their youth and regions, and stressed that he would always be alongside young people. Running across for the international scene, running across the African continent is the challenges that British Russ Cook, nicknamed hardest geyser, took in April 2023. The athlete began his journey from the southernmost point of the African continent, Cape Agulhas in South Africa, and left this Sunday, April 7, 2024, from Bizerte in Tunisia for what he hopes will be the last stages of this long journey, ending at the northmost point of the continent at Cap Angela. And the 26-year-old was joined by his supporters on Sunday, who ran alongside him at the start of the final stage of his journey of more than 16,000 kilometers. Mr. Cook is running to raise money for two causes: the running charity, which supports young people with the complex needs of who are homeless, and Sand Blast, which aims to raise awareness and support for Sahrawis in Western Sahara. In Western Sahara, it has recently seen an increase in donations with more than 615,000 pounds, and raised its 1 million pound target. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.